Hello YouTube, welcome back. My name's Emery and welcome to another episode of tearing something apart, getting out all the tools I owned and now trying to get pieces back together. We've been working on this 8130 job. If you remember, I did the final drives on both front wheels. I did the front differential oil change. Those were pretty simple. And then needed a coolant change. And with the hours on this tractor, decided to do with addition to coolant, service the fan drive and replace that belt because we're taking, and then get to the water pump. The water pump was the big thing, but to get to the water pump, we had to do all that stuff, take it all apart. So the time was now with getting the coolant drain, take it apart. So we took, got the fan drive off and got it cleaned up, got the water pump out, which was a chore. It was kind of corroded in there. We had to use a special tool from John Deere to pull it out, and it didn't just pop out. I ended up breaking a snap ring. Oh man, that was nerve-wracking that it almost, had to get a different set of kind of pliers to be able to, there's barely a nub left to be able to grab the snap ring, and with that special tool, we were able to pop it out finally. Changed this harmonic balancer, that was pretty straightforward. So anyways, got that water pump out, got it cleaned up and stuff put back in. Sorry it's dark, my lights haven't popped on yet. But water pump was back in here, got the thermostats changed, and we were putting everything back on and putting this fan shroud back on, and there's a bolt up in here that this was 2 days ago. I twisted it off. Oh my goodness. Just broke it off right in the middle of that casting. So of course it's a special bolt with like a shoulder on it, like a bushing built into the bolt. They didn't have it, so I'll get it ordered, but we found, that was what we spent yesterday, was trying to get that out. I bought every drill bit there was and extractor tool. We finally got it. That was a chore. So I'm ready to be done with this project. We're close. It's put back together mostly. I'm gonna go over and check over all the connections. Dad did some yesterday for me. I had some plumbing issues at my house, digging holes and stuff, not fun. So I'm just a little tired, my back hurts today, but anyway, so he got that mostly buttoned up and I'm gonna check it over. We still have to finish greasing this fan drive, which is this thing here. This thing drives from the engine, which turns this, which turns the fan, and the fan is for doing fan things. So we're close, but I'm gonna get it looked over and fill it full of water. We're gonna do a flush with water first, and then drain it, and then fill it back up with coolant. What I came here to do while it's still a little cool before I come back to this, because I'm looking for a change of scenery, is I'm gonna take the four-wheeler on my trailer, which is over here, and I'm gonna go to Bob's. I drove by the other day. It had 1.5 inches of rain. Crazy. We missed most of this week's rain. Some places got a few tenths, like this I thought I got a lot, but we just got 3 tenths here at the barn, and then just over we got nothing, but 1.5 inches over there. So I'm gonna take the four-wheeler over there. There's a couple weeds. I saw careless weeds sticking up in the row. Get those cleaned up while it's still a little cool, and then I'm gonna come back and get that tractor finished, try to get my camera backup system on the Kubota skid steer wired in. I just need to gotta cut some wires and do some things. So nerve-wracking there, but yeah, that's it. I'm gonna go I guess first I need to, with my bad back, move this thing in the jig. Luckily I can move it without having to bend over. All right, I'm here at the field, and man, the cotton just looks really good. Obviously, it's gotten more rain than anybody else, so it should look the best, but there's some, I know there's gonna be some of these throughout, but I'm just gonna drive along and see what I see along the road. This looks pretty good. Wait till I get up a little further, how good it looks, but size-wise, so we should be setting fruit. We got some bolls that are starting to develop, that are fertilized, hitting 2 positions there on that branch. It's awesome to see. These ones in here, those are the ones you want to make. So getting some cotton fertilized here, and grow, baby, grow. So I'll show you some up there. And I mean, it looks good. I'm pleased. But that up there, man, it's like almost closing the row. It's, again, on that hill where it's more rocky. I don't get it, but something's working good over there. Obviously I'm gonna miss some here, but I'm looking, I saw what I thought that was a devil's claw, but I ended up seeing a careless weed, and I just saw another one. But like, there's one over here actually. So I can see them with this cotton, and there's seeds going everywhere too. That's the problem. But with the cotton growing as good as it's been dry, there should be, if there's careless weeds that are growing, they should be tall, because I hopefully got most of them when I cultivated. So the most of them are up there that I saw. But anyways, these are bonus ones. But since this has gotten more rain, I'll need to come and spray this sometime soon. Gotta get the tractor fixed first, but I'll need to spray it. I'll give me a chance to go over it again and just watch more. I can jump out and pull some more careless weeds I missed. But I was going to tell you, I really like this four-wheeler because it's narrow. Being on 32-inch rows, my spacing's a little bit more narrow in the blank. So the other four-wheeler we have, that Polaris, it's a little wide, and so when the cotton starts growing out and those bolls are out there, you can hear it banging and clanging, which obviously can't be good. But this one's nice because it fits smaller. It's easier to make quick turns. So I like this little four-wheeler. It's pretty handy. Weed like that right in the road. So I mean, there's no way I was going to get that. There's really no way to get this without chopping out some cotton. So this weed's called a devil's claw. If you look at those roots, that's why. These stems are like completely hollow, like probably like a 3/8 hole in the middle of it. They got these pods, maybe also why they're called devil's claw. Those things split open and they're pretty nasty, but we used to have to carry those out of the field before running up ready cotton. They're getting a little harder to kill, I hear. This field, weeds kind of seem to come in cycles of what weeds bother us more each year. We had some pretty bad mare's tails beginning of the year, seeing a lot more devil's claws lately, so I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm not getting all those because I'm hoping I'm like a better spray. I'll knock some of those out when I spray, but we'll see. But weeds, curse of the fall, right? Our work's going to be hard. It's part of it. So hopefully we just continue to get new, more technologies to help us kill these weeds. All right, so here's up on this hill. It's just crazy to me. It's gravel. And not slowing down at all. It's bigger and got more fruit in there than the other stuff that's further down that shows to be better soil. But I mean, that's already a decent sized bull. I mean, not decent. I mean, it's getting, well, actually that's as big as they got. So that's pretty crazy. I'll take it. It's hot. I'm sweating like a pig. I'm finding some hot spots, more than I was wanting to find, but they're kind of sneaky in there, hiding under the cotton. So I guess that's part of it. But I knew there was a careless weed problem here, but man, that cotton is big. I've never sprayed. Honestly, we don't spray much, like picks or growth regulators, things like that. Insects, just kind of do the best we can and as cheap as you can. And so I don't know if it makes sense to spray picks on this. I try to grow a plant that is naturally smaller, so I'm looking for varieties that have a smaller plant and early maturity, so that they will not get big and bushy, but they still can, depending on how the rains come. So I don't know if it's gonna. Obviously, there's some of this kind of lighter color green, this new growth. There's a careless weed right in there. So would it help? I don't know. May need to, when I come to spray this, I'm wondering if I may try to throw a little bit on like half of this field just to see a difference. See what happens. Not only do these devil claws get big, that's a real big one. Like all the things I showed you, the roots, the pods, they stink and they're sticky. Terrible, terrible weeds. Well, I got this field mostly done. I just wanted to drive here on this would be the west side. Just curious, like, does it look the same? You know, because you see from the road, I don't get to go back here much, but it looks good down here too. Got some piggies in here. Well, that took a little longer than I expected, but it needed to be done. I didn't get them all, but I got a lot. It's good to get over the field, a field that hadn't been over in a while. Thankful for the rain, still wet in some spots, which is great. Just have to keep watching and decide if I'm gonna try some picks or just let it go. All right, well, that took about an hour and a half. It's 11 something. It'll be about 11:30 by the time I get to the barn. I'm gonna do a couple things there, and then I don't know after that. Just go home for lunch. I do know that. Will I go back in the afternoon? I don't know. I'm completely drenched. Maybe I'll just get in the pool. I've been cleaning up, can't you tell? Just trying to get some of the stuff put away. There's still enough. I just don't want to put something away that we might need, so I'm stopping there. All right. Everything seems to be in order. Dad did a lot of it last night. He came back. I was dealing with plumbing issues at the house. Everything seems to be tightened back. I double checked some things. I moved one thing around, but everything seems to be in order. We don't, obviously we'll have to, we got to put this belt on. There's another sheave that goes here. And then we've got to grease this. We're going to do that later, but I'm going to go ahead and put water into the system so we can flush it with just water. This is supposed to take about 10.5 gallons in the whole system, but it will likely not take all of that until we start it and circulate it, and then we can add some more and get that to run through, and then we'll drain that water. And then we'll come back and I buy the concentrate Cool Guard because it's way cheaper. If you haven't priced it, way cheaper than buying the pre-mixed stuff. So we'll put in a little over 5 gallons of that and a little over 5 gallons of water, distilled water. Make sure it's distilled so you don't get killed. and then this job will be finished. Besides, you know, putting the shields on will be the last thing. So it's been a deal, but I'm thankful to be able to do the work, but I'm ready for the work to be over. So, all right, let's time lapse the water filling, and then I'm going home for lunch. All right, I'm full. I got, let's see, there's 2 3/4 left, so I got 8 and a little bit, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I got 8 1/4 gallons in there, so we'll have to run the machine. That'll suck it into everywhere it needs to suck it into, radiator and all the things. We'll do that tomorrow morning and get this project whipped. All right, I'm closing up the barn. It's after 1 o'clock. I've been sweating a lot today. I'm tired of sweating, so I'm gonna go home, eat lunch. Maybe I'll get in the pool. Who knows? You just never really know what I might do. So watch tomorrow and the next day, and just, you know, to see what I do. Thanks for watching. If you're gonna farm it.